one tremendous guiding principle for my life is self-control. If I were able to instill this like an app into every person, especially my 21-year-old self and anyone young, self-control is what I would do. There's been many situations that have had the ability to go sideways. A lot of relationships where bridges could have been burned, but self-control has allowed me to make decisions that allow those bridges to stay open. You know, I remember when I was, my wife and I, this is some years back, maybe about 10 years ago, you know, one of the neighbors came and was banging on our door and was kicking really loud and scared us. Come to find out, he was upset that we parked in front of his house. And so next thing I know, I'm in the middle of the street with the guy. I'm really getting ready to lay him out. Because first of all, I was fearful of for my family, right? And this gentleman just kind of rolled up onto us, loud and rambunctious. So here we are in the middle of the street, going back and forth. And right before, you know, I really postured myself to pretty much deal with this, meaning end it, you know, I looked over at my wife and she was like, "Rob, just forget it." Because both of us were animated at the time. She was like, "Just forget it. Don't worry about it." And when she said that, something fell over me. It was just that power pause, we call it, the stillness, allowed me just to say, you know what? My bad, man. I'm not going to park in front of your house anymore. I'm sorry. I was wrong. This is like in a moment. So what happens next is the guy who wants to fight me says, "Man, I'm sorry." And the guy's dad's outside who was elevated too. And he's like, "You know what? This is stupid. You're right." The whole thing, it was like some kind of paradox of yin and yang all at once. And then next, you know, the cops were there and the streets were flooded with cops. And the cops came up and said, "Okay, sir, you want to press charges?" And I was like, "No." "We got any problems here?" I was like, No problems here." "So what's going on?" "Oh, just a little altercation, disagreement. We communicated." And that was it. So my self-control allowed the situation to gain control, right? The Bible says, you know, a man without self-control is like a city without walls. Okay. What that means is that back in the days, if you didn't have walls up, anybody could come in and then you're just destroyed. So a man who doesn't have, or a woman who does not have self-control, you don't have any walls, any barrier. Anything can come in and destroy you. It was the self-control that not only allowed us to be in a better situation, but those people, they were empowered and they were inspired, because after that, our relationship had changed and you could tell that it was positively fruitful. So self-control, that will be a major attribute.